Well, we had some crazy movement today. Big blocks getting thrown around, nice dumps, good price action all around, honestly. Love sessions like this. Ended up taking several trades. We're going to go and recap those now. These were done on my live stream, which happens every morning at Market Open on the main channel, Trades by Matt. So come hang out over there. It's free to watch. These were done on my 20, 50K Apex funded accounts is where I'm taking these trades. You can use code TBM for 80% off right now. Let's go and dive into today's recap. Yo, good morning. What's up, chat? All right, I messed around with the sound settings again. Can you hear the music right now? No music again. All right, let me add the music back in. One moment. It's going to be loud. So weird. It shows working for me, which is why I have to ask y'all, because there's no way for me to test the stream live, I guess. Well, not live. There's no way for me to test the stream not live. So there it is. Anyways, good morning. Hope you had a great weekend. How you liking the Raptor mat? I'm actually going to pick it up right after the stream. It's done getting wrapped, finally. The pictures look great. Fire the tech guy? I am the tech guy. No. Good morning, everybody. Got a big week. News today, chat. We've got nothing today. Tomorrow we've got consumer confidence at 9. Wednesday we've got home sales at 9. Thursday is jobless claims. Friday we've got PCE and consumer spending and Chicago PMI. There probably will not be a stream on Friday. And then I'll be out. There will not be a stream on Friday, and then I'm out Monday through Wednesday of next week. I'll be in Kansas on my goose hunt that I've been talking about for several months. It's finally here next week. So Monday through Wednesday, I will be gone. Or Friday through Wednesday, I'll be gone, basically. Let's see. Friday ended up looking like we just dumped all day, huh? We've got... If we pump up for a 50% retrace up to 950 or so, that would be kind of interesting. Definitely going to be watching that for upside. For downside, basically, if we sweep the overnight lows, I think there's a lot of potential for some more flushy 550s potentially. Could be interesting. We got overnight highs at 810. What did I say, 950? So 550 for the downside if we sweep 670 overnight lows, and then upside. You can see the overnight highs, 940, I guess is what it is. Is an interesting spot. We opened up right around VWAP. Nothing too crazy going on here. Liquidity higher, 850 block. Honestly, a lot of juice higher. So be watching for that. No real news today. We ended up slapping pretty nicely. I still got a lot of juice up. I got 5 minutes long green lighted trade. I always wait till 8:45. Looks like we're coming into yesterday's close and the overnight lows. Again, the sweep of the overnight lows could be pretty interesting, especially if we sweep yesterday's value area low. I would say, I know pre-market I was talking about sweeping the overnight lows. It could really flush us. Maybe it's a sweep of the value area low from yesterday could really sweep us. Another morning of dumps to start us off, huh? That was like the MO all week last week. Are we doing it again? I'm now a green lighted trade. That is right. It is 8:45. I am good to go here. If I see something worth taking, I will take it. Speaking of seeing something worth taking, interesting spot. Be 730s here. Untested wick on the 5 minutes. Also opening range low. And the 1 minute opening range low as well. 730. So it is an interesting spot, but if we have a lot of buyers, it doesn't really feel worth it to take it, which right now we have a decent amount of buyers. But there's 730. Was it worth it? Let's see. I don't think I would have gotten filled. I would have had to front run it. Maybe I would have 730. I did say 730, so maybe I would have gotten filled. And it would have been instant to target. So it's nice to see it play out, right? Nice to see it play out. Gotta get a grasp on the session, right? Not a bad thing. Bouncing off the -2 standard deviation here. Oh, nice slap. Slap into the lows pretty quick there, huh? We just swept the yesterday's close and the overnight lows. That's what the daily chart's looking like. We've got a sweep of yesterday's low around 650 or so. I believe is where the block is too. Yeah, 650. This is a great example of why I talk through both scenarios pre-market, right? Pre-market, we had the pump, and so we're talking about like if we can sweep the overnight highs running into 940. We couldn't really sweep the overnight highs. Instead, we crack the overnight lows. And what happens when we crack the overnight lows? We talked about the rotation down to 550. 550. Oops. 550 coming from the daily volume, right? Right here. That's why I talked about 550 pre-market or right at the open. Pre-market or right at the open. I don't really remember. A couple of seconds difference. But that's why I was talking about 550 if we swept the overnight lows. And yesterday's low for that matter, which was right around the same spot. So 550. That's what we talked about. It's why it's important to me to kind of have, you know, both options getting talked about, because you never really know truly what's gonna happen off the open. Nice slap. That was actually a really nice slap. I was looking down at my dude. Every time I look down at my phone for like 30 seconds, we nuke. It was a 60 point and 55 point 1 minute candle. Not bad. Interesting spot here off the untested wick, in my opinion. Value area low as well. Got a lot of buyers. Got the 1,000 block. I just feel like we're probably gonna go find that still. Just a question of what. Oh, another one. Wow, we got 2,000 blocks on the books. Holy. I'm gonna take one off of the highs here. I'm gonna be risking 4 points. Nice. No drawdown. Quick 10 pointer. Going into the blocks to the downside. The reason I took that trade, a really nice push up, and we obviously ended up sweeping it. So first test, the best test in this case. We had a really nice push up, nice little doji. Took a really cheap trade there. Got close to the wick, stop above it with the anticipation that we'd roll over. Didn't quite get the full rollover, but I got my 10 points, so I'll take it. On to the next. I'm going with the trend here. Obviously, we got some short-term pump in action. Got two 1,000 blocks on the books, but I am trying to not just like blindly bid on a day where we've been getting slapped so far. So I'm going to take shorts, and I like the short here. I also like the short, honestly, at 60s. If we get up there, I like it at 60s. So we'll see. Happy with the trade, though. Delta is kind of grinding, but with those 2,000 blocks, you just kind of feel like we probably rotate into those, but maybe not. I don't know. Technically, a wick test just fired up, huh? At 520 or so. Interesting spot. It's one I got to be careful with if I actually am going to take this. I doubt I get filled, to be honest. I doubt I get filled. I think we probably just sweep the blocks. But not quite yet. All right, I get filled. Filled on the wick test short. I'll go ahead and move that break even. It's not worth it to stick around with this. Yeah, I'm going to go and take that stop break even. Oh, instant run too. Literally, the instant break even stopped to the tick and then ran immediately to target. Just immediate to target. That's okay though. It's very sketchy for me to take the wick test here. And then like, if we rebid this, the move back up into the top of this range, I think is very, very on the table. So I'm very I feel very comfortable with that move. Would it have been nice to get the instant fill out? 100%, but it would have sucked to have that be a 30-point instant push. That would have sucked really bad. So I'm happy with the break even because it ran up a couple, like 7 points. But damn, I'd rather be safe than sorry. And this is kind of, as of right now, this environment has the potential to be like feeling pretty sorry for myself pretty quick. So gotta be careful, gotta be safe, be smart, be patient. I took the wick test. It fired up. I took it because I'm going to take those if it makes sense. I think it made sense. It gave us a nice reaction. It gave me a nice reaction right off the bat. Going to move it break even. Don't want to be caught with my pants down. It's lit. Oh, that's really quiet. I don't know how to make that louder. We'll work on that later. But there it is. You can just barely hear it. It's lit. All right, market makers. You can sweep it now. Appreciate you letting me get... Instead, they just decided to pull it. I mean, asking you shall receive. Am I right or am I right? I'm over here talking about them getting filled on the block when we finally get lit, and they're like, "No, we actually don't want to. We don't want to get filled on it. We just have it up until you get lit. And now we'll just pull it off." Monday, February 24th. Today, my teacher said that if I spilled coffee, it would be grounds for suspension. They didn't like the joke and put the order back on, right? That's 1,200 now. That's officially the new biggest block that I've seen in a long time. ICT texted me and said, why are spiders so smart? Why are spiders so smart? They can find everything on the web. Better dad joke than the one I gave today. Appreciate the effort. Hey, there we go. Filled out, boys. Not even point of control yet. It's crazy. Push into volume. If Delta was holding up, push into volume at 65. Interesting spot. Short-term move is up. 50% retrace to the doji. Buyer's holding up for right now. If they really melt off, I'll take the order off. Red line algo. 76. Red line algo worth 15 points and counting. Little sweepy action, huh? Stopped out for 7 points there. Up 45 on the day. Gave back 150. Just then 200 blocks popped in. I'm happy with the spot I got stopped out at. I think we might sweep it again, but we'll see. It's a little questionable with IBL fairly in play here. And mid trade. I'll call it mid at best. I'd rather get stopped out right away, to be honest, than just like let something sit in a losing trade for a while. But I think the play down here is a lot better, honestly. And now we have Delta, so it's like maybe a little aggressive. I thought we'd get some reaction at 64, but we got basically no reaction. A quick little chop and then flush. So, I don't know.